Game resumed.
All right, guys, and welcome back to CSL March Madness. Just wanted to apologize. We actually casted a round of 16 game, I believe, between Georgia Tech and another team. This is actually the first game of Cal Poly Panama versus Georgia Tech. Spawning here in the top right is arguably the best player on Georgia Tech. So strong. It's going to be Quantix Masan. Spawning here in the bottom left is going to be the Teal Terran player playing for Cal Poly Panama. It is Como Guri. So we have a ZVT to start things off, Ferg.
Yeah, and of course a little bit
Start things off again.
To start things off again, yes, and of course shout out to our sponsors NCIX and Raid Call. Of course, we're chatting about things in Raid Call Group 1111. We've got a nice bit of people in there, and of course if you join the chat and stick around, we will be giving away an Amazon gift card later, so feel free to download that program if you don't have it and join up. We're having some fun. I think it looks like they're talking about their favorite games, but I am happy to be back into the CSL match. And of course, a little silly that Quanic Masan has Quanic Masan. Should get a name change there, but who could anticipate that you'd be getting a double name here already?
Yeah.
But that's just
maybe he's just extra proud to be part of the Quantic team, you know?
It could be true. It could be true. Of course, it's good to have Quantic team back on the scope. Of course, they had a little weak point, of course, and I interviewed Jason about that. But
a little weak point, as in, not really existing for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bump in the road, no big deal. They are back in action, and we do see pretty standard openings here going on for Daybreak. We did actually start off with the TBZ last match, UMCP versus UT Austin, and that was a pretty fun ZVT, man. Daybreak still producing some great games.
Yeah, and lots of different opportunities on this map. It looks like Masan is just starting to get his scout on with those pretty new overlords. Should be going fairly macro heavy though. Get his queens out, of course, and it's pretty standard stuff. Looks like Chromaguri might be getting an early Reaper, but he could just be going for an early factory, and they're actually definitely going to be a factory as it gets put down right before my eyes as I say Reaper, but that's okay.
So, while we have this little downtime and things are kind of just sort of gearing up as usual, Ferg, that really big announcement that has been hyped up is going on right now, and the gist of it is WCS, entire year-long event split up into 3 separate seasons with a global BlizzCon finals. So that is, per season, it's 1 American, 1 European, 1 Korean league. That's a huge announcement, man. The prize money in that is 1.6 mil. That's just that's some pretty exciting stuff, man. At end of the year tournament, BlizzCon actually becoming, that focal point. So a lot of the rumors were kind of true. So to all you faithful viewers, just wanted to let you know a little bit what's going on in, other parts of the StarCraft universe.
Yeah, I'm sure you can jump on Twitter for that. Lots of people tweeting about it. Interesting to see if they'll incorporate CSL. Of course, we have some pretty good players, so we'll see if we can get any points to the leaders
European, the American, the Korean, and then, of course, the CSL as the 4th component.
Yes.
So, guys, 1.6 mil up for grabs, man. We do see a command center coming down, so it is kind of a pretty typical Hellion-ish expand here. Nothing too wild. He is pulling up a pretty decent amount of gas, though. Curious to see how he uses that up. Meanwhile, Masan, of course, is just going to be playing airtight. I mean, this guy is unbelievably good, like we were saying earlier. Really excited to see what kind of play he brings out. Getting a Spine Crawler just to be safe against any kind of Hellion pressure. Very smart. No reason to take risks. If you're Masan in this position, all you're saying is, I don't want to die to some sort of Hellion cheese or whatever, because as long as I get to late game, I should be good to go. There he does throw down his roach drone. He's actually going to lose some drones. A little bit of miss micro there. So little slip up, but no big deal. He has the queens down here to defend against those Hellions. Do you see a starport now coming down for Como Guri? Como Guri? Is that what you would go with there?
That sounds about right. Kamaguri. Komaguri sounds better.
Augury. I mean, if you wanted to go the Spanish route like you were last match, Como
El Guri.
Yeah, como se llama, Guri.
Uh, Roach worn down, very solid, of course, against this kind of mech style. Going to just eat up those roaches, of course. Got to be careful, though, because Widow Mines can do a lot of damage, especially if you group your roaches up. See if he uses any of that Tier 1 burrow. But it's going to have to go soon, or else it's going to be Tier 2.
It's not Tier 1 burrow.
We could go. He could go burrow right now. He could.
No, it's not. It's not Tier 1 burrow. He's researching right now. He's actually getting a Tier 1 Overlord speed.
Interesting.
And that is also a new change in Heart of the Swarm. So, utilizing that extra scouting ability, getting it just a smidge before Lair actually finishes up. It's actually almost done by the time Lair finishes. So now he's going to be able to get in there. He has his Overlords in position to just sort of swing in there and get all that juicy info.
Yeah. So interesting stuff. It looks like Masan just going to throw down his third with all of his roaches to protect. Smart stuff. He's got his Evo Chambers coming out as well. Nice creep spread getting going. Of course, creep is a little bit different than it was in the Heart of the Swarm campaign. It costs no energy and it heals your units. How cool is that?
That is actually pretty cool, but Masan actually gets in here with this Overlord. He sees the additional racks. He sees exactly what's going on. He knows that Komaguri is going for a Bio Widowmine style right now. Did he catch that eBay? No, he didn't, but not a huge deal. I mean, he saw the racks. That's all you really need to see. So Masan, in response, look at that. I just love this guy, the way he's playing right now. Swings in with that great Overlord timing. His response right after. Starts the 1-1 for his Lings. Speed, Spire, Baneling Nest. All at the same exact time. So playing very reactionary, very solid.
Yeah, I really like the Overlord speed. You can see his scouting is actually everywhere. He's starting to drop creep on all of the bases. He'll be able to see all across the map right now. It looks like a Viking is going to start trying to pick away at these Overlords. It's going to be a lot harder, though, because they can run.
Yeah, look at that thing. It's pretty fast. Viking will catch up to it eventually. But yeah, still some great stuff here from Masan, just getting all of that info, like I was saying. Third base is now coming up. Since he knows exactly what he's dealing with, he feels comfortable enough to get that third base established. He's going to have a nice little Mutalisk count to start things off here, along with some 1-1 Lings. So he's feeling comfy. And Baneling speed. Look at that. Just going, classic Ling Bane Muta right for now.
Oh, he's got that cool Ling as well, but it's going to be totally demolished by a single Widowmine shot. Or Mr. Zergling, even though it's got the cool Mohawk.
It's not, isn't it just like the wings are just so ridiculous? Oh no! Wait, did it change
it's cool guy Mohawk.
Oh, there we go.
Now it changed. Oh, yeah, it doesn't affect the speed link? That makes me sad.
No, it does. Look at how massive those wings are. Those are
it's like an angel wings, man.
They're actually a little, I have to admit, without speed, the Zerglings look really cool. With speed, a little obnoxious. It's like little teeth just kind of fluttering around the map, or like moth.
My eyes are burning. There's so many wings flapping around right now.
Yeah, it's actually, I think, I don't know why I went with teeth at first, but I have to go with moth wings. That's what it reminds me of. Just very sharp moth wings, kind of. Yeah, or I mean, or feathers. There you go.
Anyways,
anyway,
enough of the visual descriptions. As Root Masan looks like he's going to take a very aggressive position here at the forward base. He's going to start trying to dance around and protect this third, but he does have a lot of Widow Mines to protect against, and this Viking already has 3 kills, going to pick up his 4th in the top corner of the map. The Mutas, though, are going to be able to dance around, it looks like. Pick off Mr. Viking. You were not long for this world, poor guy. And now the Mutas are out in force, going to try to delay any sword.
Flies over 1 Widow Mine, and it does go take out 1 Muta. Might take out a 2nd Muta. There it goes. Masan actually taking 2 Muta losses for free there. Komaguri with some nice Widow Mine placement. I just want to point out at the top of this ramp at Komaguri's 4th base, he has some burrowed Banelings, man, and this is actually pretty exciting. More burrowed Banelings, so... that was pretty funny. Actually, borrowed Banelings right next to Widow Mines. The Widow Mines did see that before they were able to finish that burrow. So Komaguri, if he caught that with his eye, is going to know, hey, you're burrowing some Banelings. Better be scanning for that.
But you can see that Masan is not too worried. He's already setting up his 4th and a 5th probably soon to follow. And as long as he keeps that creep spread growing, I mean, he's managing his creep spread very, very well. What's his APM? Let me look it up really quick, because Masan... only has 216 APM. Not too crazy.
No, he was spiking up to 400. Masana, very very quick player. Just doing everything at once right now, getting his bases established, getting that hive tech, being
Yeah.
very active on the map. He's borrowing more and more banelings, so and spreading that creep. So I mean, you have to. I mean, just look at this creep spread. That alone lets you know that this guy's pretty quick.
Yeah, and he's starting to scan. He's going to be able to pick off all these burrowed banelings. If he's careful, right now there are a lot more banelings coming out. The roaches as well, the mutalisks. It's going to be a pretty formidable army, and there's no tanks on the field at all. So huge bio kind of build. He does have a lot of medevacs with this army, but he's scouting there. He's going to be able to pick off a lot of these poor creep tumors, and just continue pressuring everywhere. There's so many paintings right now. There are 24 already built and 16 more in production. That's a total of 40, if my addition is correct, which it is, because I'm an engineering major. And Masan is continuing to keep these ramps burrowed banelings, just going to keep denying or forcing scans, and one unlucky.
I like how you chose. I like how you chose to say that you got that math correct because you're an engineering major. But I mean, really, that sentence could have been replaced with, I passed the third grade, or.
Well, I also passed the third grade, so you could.
There you go.
That was rude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little harsh. I was just trying to be a little fun over here. Masan is now getting his Ultralisk Cavern and his Greater Spire, doing so well right now, just progressing the game.
Look at this vision. He's
so good.
He's such a Zerg, man. He's taking control of everything.
If you actually just look at Masan's vision, like if you just see what he's actually seeing, it's pretty much the entire map except for, Komaguri's actual bases right now. I mean, he sees everything else between Overlords and Creep. Look at that, he immediately catches a medevac drop.
It's a fake drop.
And he just shuts it down. It doesn't even matter, man. Medevac down, and that is it. These Mutalisks not in big numbers, but still cleaning up all those pesky drops. Komaguri actually does, yeah, he does see those burrowed banelings. So here comes Quantic Masan and those obnoxious Mothwings.
Oh no, he's going to flank around the back, and banelings crushing into everything! Oh my gosh, so much damage coming down. Komaguri forced to lift off and run away, but not before taking some heavy losses. And now, I mean, these forces are on the run. These Ling swarms, the wings are everywhere right now, and crushing into the main. I mean, the Widow Mines are doing a little bit of damage, but the Overseers are going to scout everything. Banelings crashing into this wall, and the Widow Mines do not last long. Definitely no siege tanks here, but yeah, wow.
That's it. GG. Crushing victory. Quantic Masan ends up taking the win there. I mean, I can't really say I'm surprised. So solidly played. I mean, at all points in the game. The one thing that I have to point out is that Masan just knew everything. I mean, to just have such good information at all times and to have the mechanics to back it up, you're just going to get a win, man.
Yeah, and it looked like once he decided to attack with that force, it didn't stop. It was just a steady flow of Zerglings coming from that really solid economy and decision-making. Ah, that was tough. So,
I mean, he even had 7 Ultralisks in production. It's like, even if that attack had kind of, not gone so well, he had 7 Ultralisks coming up, and he could have even made more, so.
Quantic Masan making a good name for himself here in the CSL. We will be back with Game 2 after this. Of course, shout out to our sponsors, NCI and Raid Call. Will be giving away an Amazon gift card in the Raid Call group 1111. So feel free to download that and get in on the fun. Someone just put down a smiley face of a gift. So, very pretty.
Wow. Guys, don't miss out on that fun. That sounds like a blast. Let's get into Raid Call chat and drop each other little emoticon gifts. We will be right back.